no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay.
What's going down, gamblers? It's the coach here representing in the house for Brothas N Bets, and I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Marley. Marley Bets. Marley,
Yo,
how you living, my brother? How you feels? What's your vibrations like? Holla at the people.
what's the goddamn deal? We feeling good, We back, back to it, back on the NBA. NFL. College is wrapping down, so let's get it. I'm hyped. Let's go. Good.
Get your mic up. Get your mic up. Sound.
Can you hear me? Can you
hear me? Yeah. Don Play. What's the ghost? Iowa is up 19-2 right now with their best player, future lottery pick out, and I am amazed. And I lost my other college basketball play when they were up by 7 and decided to fall apart. So things aren't looking too good for me in college football. Not college football, but college basketball today. But I did go 3-0, and my record is now is 14-5. But we'll make it up, man. I really didn't like too many games out there. That's why I gave these bang. Oh man, they looking terrible out there. But anywho, there is about to be a kickoff right now, and that's between the Raiders of Las Vegas now and the Rams, who just signed newly passed around quarterback Baker Mayfield. So while that game is actually getting ready to kick off, if it hasn't kicked off already, Marley, do you have a play for the Rams and the Raiders as of right now?
I do not, because I've had a lean. The game just started. I would be all over the Raiders right now because I think Baker Mayfield starting, or did they start Whirlpool? There was rumors that he might start. So Rams.
Let me turn to it. This game's over unless I get like a crazy run. I'll need a crazy run right now. But
20-2 last I seen it.
Yeah. But if I were betting on this game for some reason, you know how the NFL is entertainment to the fullest. Baker Mayfield, I would probably take that 6.5 with the Rams, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams won outright, just because you know how the NFL be. You know what I'm saying? But I do need Devontae Adams to show up and do his thing because he is on my fantasy squad. So, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in right now. I am the coach. That's Marley Bets, and we are Brothas N Bets. And let's go ahead and get this thing and this party started, Marley. With our NFL plays, we appreciate everybody tuning in, and we're going to jump right into it and go up to the AFC North Division between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time game in Paycor Stadium. The Browns are 5-7 on the year, 6-6 against the spread, while the Bengals are 8-4 on the year and 9-3 against the spread. They've been winning a lot of people money if they've just been taking them on them spreads. But the line did open up -4 in favor of the Bengals, and right now that line's sitting at 55.5, and the opening of the total was at 48.5. Right now that line's sitting at 46. We'll get to some quick actual factuals for the Browns in the notes. The Browns are 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games, but 3-6 straight up in the last 9 games. 4-12 against the spread in the last 16 games going up against Cincy, but 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games going against them Bengals. But 2-8 straight up in the last when playing on the road. The total's gone over 6 out of the last 6 games whenever the Browns do play on the road against Cincy as well. Actual factuals real quick for them Bengals. They're 9-1 against the spread in the last 10 games. They're underhit 12 out of the last 17 games. They're 6-1 straight in the last 7. The total's gone over 5 out of the last game. The Bengals play Cleveland just period. 8-1 against the spread in the last 9 games at the crib, but only 4-1 and 4 in the last 5 games against an opponent in their division. So injury reports right now, just looking at some of the major ones. David Njoku, he is questionable for this game. Denzel Ward is questionable for this game as well. AJ Green, the cornerback, is questionable, and wide receiver Anthony Schwartz is questionable as well. Now for the Bengals, Serious injuries. We still don't know if Joe Mixon is going to be playing. He is probable as of right now. Tight end Hayden Hurst, he left last game, so he's questionable at the moment. T. Higgins is questionable with a hamstring injury, and everybody else has pretty much been out for the most part. Last time we seen Cleveland, they went with Deshaun Watson. They won this basically every other asset of the game besides the offense won a game. 27-14 against the Texans, the trash-ass Texans. And the Bengals, you can call it an upset if you want, but they upset Kansas City 27-24. So with all that being said, Marley, Browns and Bengals rivalry game, do you have a play on this one, my boy?
Yeah. I actually like the over here. Over 46.5. I think the Bengals win this game. I actually think they do cover. It's a revenge game. It's like they say in the NFL, hard to beat a team twice in the same year. It's obviously a divisional game, and the Browns smacked up the Bengals about 4 or 5 weeks ago when they played 30. Let me get the correct score: 32-13. I believe the score was 32-13 at Cleveland. Obviously, this is in Cincy, so I expect Cincy to come out and dominate in this game. But I do think we can get over the total. Cleveland is still averaging 24 points a game. Bengals is averaging 26. I think we should get some offense here. Even though the Bengals been on a nice little 4-game winning streak, I mean, they gave up to 30 to Pittsburgh, no quarterback. Carolina put up 21. Now, Tennessee only put up 16, but we know what Tennessee's offense is. And Kansas City put up 24. So I'm really loving over 46 here. I actually think the Bengals do win and cover this game at -5.5 too. I like both those plays. I'm just a little weary. No, you know what? I'm not actually, because Deshaun Watson is. I mean, they played the Texans, bro. So we already know how we're not that good with the football team. I know he was rusty. I expect him to still look a little rusty. It's only his second time back. The man ain't played in 2 years, and you can't practice that game speed in practice. Like you can't simulate that speed in practice. So I think Deshaun is still going to struggle. I think we'll get points though. I definitely like the Bengals -5.5, and I like the over 46.
All right. So Marley likes the Bengals -5.5 and the over 46.5. I'm gonna go with the Bengals first half money line. With it sitting at 5.5, the money line should be. I mean, the spread should be anywhere like 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Expect Deshaun Watson coming out on the road again in a hostile environment in a division rivalry game, being introduced to this division rivalry game, and still being rusty to probably take some time during the game to get acclimated again. Again, he's been out for 2 years. So I do like these Bengals, especially if Mixon ends up playing. Jamar Chase did come back last week, and he picked up right where he left off. So I'm just going to ride with the Bengals on the money line as my official play. So, hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I am the coach. That's Marley Bets. And we are Brothas N Bets, and Donna saying, fellas, I haven't bet NFL since week 1. I feel you, man. It's NFL. This has been a janky ass NFL season, my boy.
Boys call it janky, but I tell people every year that
it's just the NFL.
I feel like the NFL is the most parody sport. Like it's literally even any given Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's the sport where the bottom teams are as closer to the top teams in any sport.
Right.
Like it's hard to predict who gonna win the Super Bowl every like NBA, you know who gonna be in.
But come on, bro.
That Brady shit on Monday Night Football.
No, Garoppolo gets hurt. 7th round quarterback comes in, and it really has something to do. It had more to do with the defense than anything, because the defense came out against Miami and just played there. So
I thought you were going to talk about Brady. Does nothing for 3 quarters, 3.5 quarters.
And then all of a sudden, I didn't watch the game, so I don't. I didn't watch the game.
16-3. It was down 16-3. 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Boom, touchdown. The game-winning drive straight down the field. Boom. Like they can't stop.
I mean, I wasn't watching the game, bro. So I know I woke up and I saw him, because when I was going to sleep, he was pissed off on the side sideline, cussing and everything. Then when I woke up and I looked at got on Twitter, all I see is Tom Brady running and say, "Let's fucking go." After the game, and I'm like, "What?" They came back, and I looked at the box score on my app, and I was like, "Oh, damn, them boys came back." Tom Brady fashion.
Dude, that shit cool with me. The dude that shit cool with me, like, bro, this shit is real.
He got some new monkey, so he feeling a little good, man. He got him some new nice little young monkey, and he feeling like a player again. So what's that? We with it. But let's stay in the division, stay in that AFC North, and this is a real deal rivalry game. It ain't as intensified as it was when we were coming up, as kids and into our young adult days. But we're talking about the Baltimore Ravens traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. This game is going down at 1:00 Eastern time in Heinz Stadium. I still like to call it Heinz Stadium. The Ravens 8-4 on the year, 4-7-1 against the spread, while the Steelers are 5-7 on the year, 6-5-1 against the spread. This line did open up in favor of the Steelers -4.5, and since Lamar got hurt, it flipped and it's sitting at -2 right now. The total did open up at 40.5 right now. That's as a consensus. It is 36.5. Get to some of these notes real quick. The Ravens are 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 games. The unders hit 7 out of the last 9 games, but they're 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games, but 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games when playing against Pittsburgh. 4-1-1 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing on the road against Pittsburgh as well. Actual factuals right now for the Steelers, they're 5-2 against the spread in the last 7 games. The unders hit 7 out of their last 9 games at the crib. They are 1-6 straight up in the last 7 games against an AFC conference opponent, but 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games when playing against an opponent from the North Division. The unders also hit 11 out of the last 16 games whenever the Steelers play in the month of December. Injury reports right now for the Ravens. Cornerback Darryl Woodley, he is questionable for this game. Tackle Ronnie Staley, he's questionable as well. Lamar Jackson is officially out for this game. Guard Patrick McCarry, he is questionable as well. Patrick Queen left last game. He's questionable with that thigh injury. Let's get to these Steelers injury reports. Their defensive tackle Ogunjobi, he is probable for this game. Tight end tackle Okafor, he's questionable for this game as well. Linebacker Malik Reed is questionable also. Running back Najee Harris is probable for this game. Last time we seen the Ravens, they squeaked out a victory when Lamar Jackson got hurt. They won at 10-9 against Denver, and the Steelers snuck off in a victory. They won 19-16 against the Atlanta Falcons. So, with all that being said, Marley, Steelers, Ravens, what's your play?
I actually still like 7-0 Raiders, by the way. I still actually like the Ravens in this matchup. I like Huntley. I can't remember exactly how many games he played last year, but he stepped right in, and they still, for the most part, ran the same offense. It didn't change a lot. He's not the dynamic runner that Lamar Jackson is, but he's still mobile. But I actually think he's a better – I won't say he's a better passer, but I think he's a more accurate passer. I don't think he can push the ball downfield the way Jackson can. Obviously, he's nowhere near as explosive as Lamar can, but I think the offense can still move. They played Denver last week, so 10 points. Denver's defense is one of the best defense. They got a Super Bowl caliber defense over there. Just the offense isn't producing with them. Right. I think what's the damn quarterback's name for Pittsburgh? Pickett, not Pickett. That's Kenny Pickett. Yeah. Kenny Pickett. I think he's going to struggle. He's already thrown 8 interceptions. He's only thrown 4 touchdowns, and I think he had 5 starts or something like that. Even though the Steelers have won 3 out of 5, but I mean, let's look at their 3 wins: New Orleans Saints, Indy, and Atlanta. So those are 3 struggling teams. When they went up against
3 struggling some type teams right there.
So, and it's a lot of talk about the Ravens and how they're not doing this shit and how they're not having a good season. But at the end of the day, they're 8-4, 4-2 on the road this year, and winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. Now, the competition in those 5 games, we're talking Tampa, New Orleans, Carolina, Jacksonville, and Denver. But you can add Pittsburgh right in that same mix with those teams. So give me the money line with the Ravens. I think they'll squeak by. I do still think it'll be a close game because you don't have Lamar Jackson. But I still like the Ravens overall team better than the Steelers right now, especially at the quarterback position. So give me the Ravens on the money line right here.
I hear you, man. I am going the same way as you. I like Hundley. Hundley's definitely a mandible quarterback. He got a lot of playing time in this system before. I think last week was just as being thrown in the moment, spare the moment type situation. The Steelers team isn't that very much good. They're not really that good, in my opinion. A lot of young players, they do come up and step up at certain moments, but the Steelers team still has a great defense backing them, one of the best kickers backing them, and one of the best tight ends in the league. Like I said, Hundley's got a lot of reps, a lot of experience recently being on the field. I think he can come in. I think they can get it done because the Steelers team is just, I'm not too impressed. I'm going to ride with the Ravens to win this game outright on the money line. So money line me, please. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets, and we're ready to do this thing. And just a quick update in the Thursday night game. The score is 7-0 with the Raiders getting the ball back and getting ready to start the drive. And I'm trying to get a pick real quick. Let's see. We got 7 minutes left, Marley, in the game. They are at their own 20. I'm looking at this live bet for the first quarter, -7.5 plus 142. Let me see how the first play goes.
7.5?
For the quarter. Yeah, I mean, because they typically do it in this play. But they just got it's going against. The flag is against. It's holding right now on Wagner. So right now they are moving around. I was about to say, if that's a holding, you can cancel that rep. You can cancel that drive right there. But the under's looking good too. Oh, they got hands to the face. Oh no. PI. But it wasn't too far down the field. What's that hour game looking at? Are you watching that game or not?
I'm watching the same game you watching, but I can pull up the score real quick on that Hollywood game.
Yeah, let your boy know.
It's 12-32.
Wow. If they could chop it down to 11 before if they can get it down to 11 or 10 before halftime, then they have a chance in the second half. They have a chance, man. Say what?
Your TV is a play ahead of mine, so I didn't know the Raiders had the ball. They're gonna score. I don't know.
In 6 minutes.
That's tough because if they punt, they might not get the ball back in enough time.
No, if they punt, no, it's this drive or nothing right now.
Yeah, this the drive.
Yeah, it's this drive or nothing. That's how these bets work. Incomplete pass. I think the good bet would be the under. Let me see if they got it. Under 7.5, but it's 170. I don't like that value. The clock has stopped. Anywho, man, let's get on to our next game, and we're gonna talk about. We're gonna stay on, but we're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna talk about the NFC North division between the 10-2 Vikings and the sorriest, most exciting team, one of the sorriest, most good teams we've seen this year in the Detroit Lions. This is a 1 o'clock game going down in Fort Field. The Vikings are 10-2, like I said, on the year, 6-5-1 against the spread, while the Lions are 5-7, but 8-4 against the spread on the year. Big. Did you catch that? Or did he run that? Excuse us, everybody. We're watching Thursday night. That's why we don't like to try to do the show when we got action going on. The boys just tried to run the reverse. This line did open up in favor of the Lions. The Vikings -3 right now. That line's sitting at 2, and the total opened up at 51.5. And it's been the same, but there are some 51s on the board as well. So if you're looking to get a better line for the under, it's out there. I'll get to some of these notes real quick. The Lions 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games. Vikings 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games, but 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games against Detroit. 5-1-1 against the spread in the last 7 games. The overs hit 14 out of the last 20 games for the Vikings, and they are 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games on the road. Some notes real quick for the Lions. They're 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 games. The overs also hit 10 out of the last 14 games for the Lions. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games. The overs also hit 4 out of the last 5 games when playing against the Vikings. 9-2 against the spread in the last 11 games at the crib. Injury reports right now: Jonathan Bullock for the Vikings. He left last game, defensive end, but so he is questionable. Christian Darrisaw, he is questionable as well with concussion protocol. For the Lions right now, injury report: center Frank Ragnow, he is probable for this game. Center Evan Brown is also questionable for this game. Swift is probable for this game as well. When we seen the Vikings, they beat the Jets 27-22, almost tricked that game off, while the Detroit Lions took care of business 40-14 against Jacksonville. So with that being, and I think I jumped on the Lions second half money line. But with that being said, Vikings, Lions, Marley, do you smell fish? Do you have a play? What's your bet, my boy?
Nah, man, I'm leaning here on the over. But 51.5, that's just fuck. That's a lot of points, dog. But both of these teams, defensively speaking, I mean, the Lions giving them down near 30 a game. They had 27. And the Vikings right there at 23. But man, I just feel like both teams in the last 5 games have went over that total. The Lions went over 53 out of the last 5 games, and the Vikings twice. So I'm kind of scared. That's my lean. As far as the side goes, man, I want to take the Vikings here. They're the better team, but I do not trust them boys, even though Kirk Cousins is not a primetime game. They're supposed to win this game. This should be a easy Vikings money line game, but I do smell fish, and I can't take that bet. This might be something I do live as far as the side. If the Vikings are going to be contenders this year, they got to go on the road and win games like this. But they got to prove it to me before I actually take it. I lean over right now. I'll probably go official on this on Twitter on Sunday, but I lean over. I'm hoping I can get a 50. Not looking like it's going that way. Might have missed the best of the line. So as of right now, no play. Lean over. Maybe Lions first half. I don't have a side.
I got to play for this one, man. I'm going with these Vikings on the money line. Though when they have lost their 2 games for this year, they have been pretty bad. I do think they have just a good enough defense, to not slow the Lions down, but be able to have more points than them and get a couple of stops to win the game.
Vikings, run the fucking ball.
Yeah, run the ball, man. They got 2 nice little running backs back. They run the ball. That bet might have hit, man. That 7.5 looked like it's about to hit. I should have jumped over.
The under or the over?
No. That spread.
The 7.5.
First quarter spread.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it looks like that's. Yeah, I mean, incomplete pay. Unless they keep extending the drive, then that's it. You're looking at 2 plays per minute in this possession right now. But like I said, I like the Vikings on the money line. This does look fishy. I think a lot of people, just based off of how explosive the Lions been and the victories that they got and how they have won by double digits in a couple of games that they have won, I don't know, maybe it's low-hanging fruit, and I'm just reading it wrong, but I'm going to go right with these Vikings on this one, man. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets, so we're going to keep this thing moving, and we're going to go to
J.O. in the goddamn this Detroit Super Bowl.
Hey, shit, it really is.
Still gonna lose.
It really is, J.O. What's good, my boy? Man, let's go right to the next game. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Be sure to hit that like, my peoples. hit the like, support us, allow us to continue to do our thing. We talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and San Francisco 49ers. Thomas Brady, Edward Jr., however they like to say it.
Thomas, what is it? Oh, they scored a field goal.
They was Thomas Edward
Patrick Brady. That's how I always say it.
Thomas
Edward Patrick Brady.
This shit's funny, dog. This is a afternoon game. This is a 4:25 kickoff time, Eastern Standard Time in Levi Stadium. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 6-6 on the win, 3-8-1 against the spread, going against the 49ers, who are 8-4 on the year, 7-5 against the spread. This line did open up in favor of the 49ers -6 to Garoppolo. That thing is now at 3.5. The total opened up at 41 right now, sitting at 37.5 on the board. So there are some 37s out there as well. Not injured reports, but actual factions real quick. Tampa Bay 8-1 against the spread in the last 10 games. The unders hit 7 out of the last 8. They are 6-14 straight up in the last 20 games against the 49ers. The unders also hit 5 out of the last 5 games on the road. They are 2-9 straight up in the last 11 games when playing on the road against the 49ers. 49ers actual factors 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games. The unders hit 14 out of their last 20 games. They are 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games. 9-1 straight up in the last 10 games when playing at the crib. 9-2 straight up in the last 11 games when playing at the crib against the Buccaneers. And 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 games against an opponent from the NFC Conference. So, injury reports right now for the Bears. Leonard Fournette, he's questionable again. Cornerback Murphy Bunton, he's questionable. Safety Mike Edwards, he's questionable. As we know, Tristan Wirfs, he's still out for a couple of weeks. Antonio Winfield Jr., he's questionable for this game as well for the Buccaneers. Now, San Francisco injury reports, like I said, Jimmy, he is done for. Defensive tackle Ridgeway, he's questionable as well. Christian McCaffrey is probable with a knee injury. Tarvavius Moore is questionable at the safety position with a knee injury. Excuse me. And as we know, Brock Purdy is looking for the start. Like we were talking about earlier on Monday night, Tampa Bay won 17-16 against the Saints. And the 49ers won 33-17 by the luck of the football gods against the Miami Dolphins. So with all that being said, Thomas Patrick Edwards Jr. returning back to hit home to take on the 49ers, a team that he wanted to play for. Marley, what's your bet?
I don't know.
Because I don't know if that line right, man. Purdy is -3.5. It's not the Bucks. It's not plus.
I don't like that. I thought it should be with the
No, my boy. 49ers.
I gotta watch this one and see. Yeah, Jo, that's what I'm saying. As much as I like Purdy at Iowa State, I believe. Is that where Purdy?
They're banking on that defense led by DeMeco Ryans. That's why.
Shout out DeMeco Ryans. I used to remember watching that boy at Bama at linebacker in the day.
And
one of my favorite college linebackers of all time. Anyway, yeah, man. I mean, I like the under here. 37.5 is really, 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 really low. But
Mayfield really out here playing.
Tampa's Baker. I know that shit crazy. He can't. There's no way he should know the playbook. He just got there.
That's why I say he might win that thing, because TV entertainment, Baker, all that shit, man. All that shit, man.
Baker finna go downfield and score.
And then fuck that little bit up. I'll be happy because I'll be like, woo. Go ahead, man. My bad. Yeah. Bucks 49ers.
Yeah, man. I like the under here. Just 37.5 is really, really,
really low, man. I was hoping I could give me a 40-piece. Tampa's only averaging 18 points, and even with Garoppolo, San Fran is only averaging 23.5. Defense is giving up 15.8. Tampa's defense is giving up 18.3. So we're looking at a low. We're looking at and expecting a low scoring game here, but 37 is just
37.
like it's awfully fucking low. I wonder
37.
what the. You know what I like, Coach? I'm hoping you can find me a 20. If you got the line, you got the lines up. I like the first half under.
You asking me for the first half total?
I'll go ahead. I'll pull it up. Go ahead and give your play.
No. I was because I'm placing.
I'm gonna see if I can
placing a
find
bet.
it real quick.
Ohio State and Rutgers are tied right now, and I'm just
I'm
to
pulling
place
up
a
the
bet
line.
real quick. I just had to put a bet on that. Anyway, while Marley looks that up right now, I really don't have a play for this one. But if I were to make a play, Buccaneers should win this game. You would think they need to win this game in hopes that there's some kind of luck. But I think they're officially done for the year. Pack your bags up,
Who?
Brady. But Buccaneers.
No, they're going to win the division.
Oh yeah, I forgot that trash ass division. That shit
They're going
is
to win
terrible.
the division. They're going to get a home playoff.
I forgot that rule.
Against Dallas.
But they still got a chance to go 10-6 right now. So every week, I mean, 4 games, you 10-6. Everybody should feel a whole lot special. But I do think they're going to win this. I do think they'll win this game, but that defense for the 49ers is pretty stiff, and the Buccaneers offense hasn't been really playing good, consistent ball. So, but if I were to make a lean on this one, it'll be Buccaneers on the money line. Most likely, depending on how my Sunday goes, I'm going to probably end up taking them on the money line. So,
I can't get a first half total.
Ooh, Baker got him a field goal, so that bet would have been an L, and I would have been hot.
Right in
I'll tell you, I was telling Moneyline, I think the Rams are going to win this game just because Baker's playing, and it's just another storyline to the greatest reality show on earth, the NFL, bro. Come on, man. Kind of like this is his Baker Mayfield. This is his Odell Beckham moment from last year. Let me get out here, win this game, and be like, I'm the quarterback.
You know what?
Hey,
give me the 49ers first half minus 2.5.
49ers first half?
Yep.
Why don't you just money line that boy?
Because I don't like the value on the money line.
So minus 2.5?
Minus 165. I don't like that shit. And I think if Brady and them do win, it'll be like some second half shit. You know, they didn't win in, seeing what the defense is doing. Yada, 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 make the adjustments, blah, blah, blah. Then pull off the comeback. I really want this under because I don't know, but I don't know what Purdy's going to do. If Purdy just plays decent football, I actually think they win the game because the Bucs aren't a good football team. I know they got Brady, but let's be real, man. They're averaging 18 points a game. Come on. So,
all right, so Marley likes the 49ers. First half, minus 2.5 is an official play. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets. And right now, I'm not looking too good on my college basketball plays for the day, but I'm still kind of rolling. This will put me at 14-6, unless Buddy and them go on a crazy run right now. So hopefully we can get some of that voodoo going. But until then, let me pull up my notes for this game, and then we can keep this shit rolling. This was a low-key rivalry game in the Cam Newton days. And it's my Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. This is an afternoon game going down at 4:25 Eastern Standard Time at Man Stadium. Carolina Panthers 4-8 on the year, 6-6 against the spread, while the Seattle Seahawks are 7-5 on the year, 6-6 against the spread. This line did open up in favor of the Seahawks -7, but now that line's sitting at -4. And the total opened up at 43.5, and right now that line's sitting at 44. Get to some of these actual factuals for my Panthers real quick. They're 5-1 against the spread last 6 games. The unders hit 8 out of the last 11, but they're 4-15 straight up in the last 19 games. 2-8 straight up in the last 10 games when playing against the against Seahawks. 0-9 straight up in the last 9 games on the road. 3-10 in the last 13 games against an NFC conference opponent. As far as your Seattle Seahawks, the overs hit 7 out of the last 10 games. They are 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games. The overs also hit 6 out of the last 6 games against Carolina. 4-2 against the spread in the last 6 games at the crib. 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games against an NFC conference opponent. Injury reports right now for my Panthers. Deontay Foreman, he is questionable for this game. Corey Littleton, linebacker, he's questionable as well. Safety, Hartsfield is questionable, and tight end, Ricky, he's questionable as well. As for the Seahawks right now, Marquise Goodwin, he is probable for this game. Safety, Josh Jones is questionable. He left last game with an injury. Tight end, Will Disley, he's questionable for this game. Ryan Neal, safety, he's questionable. Travis Homer, the running back, is questionable as well. And Kenneth Walker, the third, left last game, so he's also questionable. Panthers on a bye week, but last time we seen them, they took care of business 23-10 against Denver. Let's rise. Took care of business against your boy, the cornball, and them, like y'all like to say. And last time we seen Seattle, they beat the Raiders 27-23 in a good game. So, with that being said, Marley, my Panthers taking on the Seahawks. Do you have a play for this one?
Yeah. I like Seahawks -4. Only thing that concerns me is that the Panthers are coming off a bye week, get an extra week to prepare, and the Seahawks defense has given up 26 points a game, I believe, 25.3, points a game. They damn near give up 300 yards passing. They can't stop the pass, but the problem is the Panthers can't throw the fucking ball. They ain't got no quarterback. So I expect just the Seahawks be so fucking up and down. You don't know if you're going to get bad Seahawks or good Seahawks. But this is really a fade toward the Panthers. Not only do they not throw the ball, which is the Seattle's weakness, they are 0-5 on the road. So it's two ways to look at that. You can say they do for a win, or they just can't go on the road and win. So I like the Seahawks put together another little win streak going. They've just been so up and down this year. 7-5, 3-2 at home. After they beat the Rams with no quarterback, but then you got an inexplicable loss to the Raiders, and then they lose to Tampa. But they have won 3 out of their last 5, with the exception of those 2 losses, and that loss to the Raiders was in overtime. So I like the Seahawks -4. I was going to lean over with that defense, but I just can't trust Carolina's offense. I think they're only averaging 19 points per game. So I like Seattle here because the Panthers can't score, won't be able to score enough points. I think Seattle covers the 4.
You think Seattle covers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. That was a big block by the Rutgers. Yeah, man, I don't have a play for this one, but I will be rooting for my Panthers as a fan. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers, as we just look terrible as a football team and embarrassment as an organization in whole. So I don't have an official play for this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers somehow sneak it out if PJ Walker just be like, yo, I'm about to ball. But I don't know about that one. But hey, yeah. That was funny. Watch Baker and them win this game.
What's up, James? What's going down? You say watch Baker win this hoe.
Watch Baker win the game.
Shake your bait, Baker.
And then we ain't gonna hear the end of Skip. I told you. Hey, let's get to our Sunday night primetime game for the week 14. And James says he likes Seattle for the play. But let's go. We gonna go to some where the weather's nice for both of these teams, and we're talking about The Miami Dolphins at 8-4, 6-6 against the spread, taking on the Los Angeles Chargers, who are 6-6 on the year, 7-5 against the spread. How does this game feel for me? These are my two quarterbacks for my fantasy league that I'm currently sitting number 2 in, and I'm probably going to end up playing Herbert because Tua is questionable. But this is an 8:20 Eastern Standard Time game in SoFi Stadium. Like I said before, this game is opened up in favor of the Dolphins -3. There are some 3.5s out there as a consensus, but there are some 3s out there also. This line did open. The total opened up at 51.5. Right now, this is still the same at 51. Get to some of these notes and these actual factuals. But the Dolphins 3-6 against the spread in the last 9 games. The overs hit 4 of the last 5 games for the Dolphins. 5-1 straight up in the last 6 games, but 10-4 against the spread in the last 14 games against the Chargers. 12-4 straight up in the last 16 games against the Chargers as well. 11-3 they are in the last 14 games whenever they playing against an opponent from the AFC Conference. Actual factors for the Chargers, 2-4 straight up in the last 6 games. The unders also hit 15 out of the last 17 games. The overs also hit 7 out of the last 9 games whenever the Chargers play at the crib. But the 0-5 in the last 5 games against an opponent in the East Division. 5-0 straight up in the last 5 games when playing in the month in Week 14. Injury reports right now, as I said, Tua is questionable for this game. Armstrong is questionable as well with the foot protocol. Myles Gaskins is questionable. Like we said, Tua is probable for this game, and Jalen Waddle is also probable for this game as well. As far as the Chargers, Corey Linsley, he is questionable at the center position with concussion. Mike Williams is questionable with an ankle injury. Derwin James Jr. is questionable with their quad injury, and Trey Pipkins, he is questionable also with a knee injury at the tackle position. Last time we seen the Dolphins, they won 33-17. What up, Pine? I got your message, my boy. They lost against the 49ers with a 7th-round fucking quarterback and Brock Purdy from Iowa State, who's not doing well for me in basketball right now. Last time we saw the Chargers, they lost 27-20 against the Raiders, who are on the board right now and trying to drive the ball. And if they give Baker Mayfield a victory, boy, I swear this is some rigged entertainment stuff. Anywho, with all that being said, Marley, do you have a play for this primetime game on Sunday?
I do. I'm trying to see what I can get this line at. All right, I see it right now. Let me check one more.
It's already championship time.
25.8. All right, yeah. So what they say? I know it's NFL, but thoughts on South Dakota winning the FCS for feature. James, I have not looked at the FCS.
I didn't think the championship game was this early, unless they just finished. Nah, man.
No, he's talking about for the future. Yeah, because they do the playoffs.
For a fixture, right before a fixture. I don't know, man. That shit still run through North Dakota State. So,
right.
Go ahead. You ever play for the Monday night?
Yeah, I like the Sunday night. Excuse me. I like the. Oh shit, that's the Sunday night game though. Damn, that kind of changes prime time. I like the Dolphins team.
We have two. My bad. I didn't mean to. We have 2 Sunday night games because they moved the Chiefs. The Chiefs game is also a primetime game. Also, when I looked it up earlier,
Russell Wilson on primetime. Why do they keep doing this? This shit is insane.
Hey, Bronco Nation. Let's rise. That boy is, bro. Now that beast mode that came out and be like, bro, I don't mess with boy. I don't mess with nobody. I gotta call a agent just to get in touch with them.
That's cool.
Oh, you weak, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's good.
Go ahead, man. What's your play? Come on, man.
All right. Shit, let's ride. I got Miami on the team total here. Set 27.5. I like them to go over. But this is dependent on Tua playing. If Tua does not play, I am not not on this play. I'll tell you why I'm on the play though, real fast. Last 5 games for Miami: 31, 35, 39, and 30. Now they only put up 17 against San Fran, but we talked about them earlier. That's one of the best defenses in the league, people led by D'Amico Ryans. The Chargers aren't that. And I'm actually scared to book the fake the Chargers at the crib because they're so tough. They're just not good because they're injured. It's not because they're not a good football team. And they still excuse me. They still got enough. I know. They still got enough.
Ohio State won. Let's go.
Ohio State won. What's the score?
66-67. Let me see if I can catch because I do got a streaming. It must have hit a 3. Let's go. All right, my
the
bad.
play was Rutgers +6 though. You know how I feel about Rutgers. You know that's my low key squad that be popping niggas on the daily. But yeah, this team offensively when everybody's on the field is just really hard to stop. They only average 29 points a game, 24.9 points per game, but you gotta remember Tua missed like 3 or the 4 first starts, some shit like that. All those games early, but since then, since he's been back into the lineup, like shit, they've been 30 a game, easy. Tyreek Hill, unstoppable. He's off to a historic pace as a wide receiver. So I like the over 27.5 here. I think the Chargers are just a little too banged up. I'm just off of the team total because the weapons for the Chargers, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? No Keenan Allen. Is Allen's back? Allen's back, but is he healthy?
Allen's back.
Yeah.
Back.
Damn, I might need to take the
Mike
over.
Williams is the one who's just been
Mike
kind of dealing with some injuries, yeah. But they still got Eckler, bro. Eckler, that dude, man.
I know. I might just need to take the over
dude.
51 instead of the team total. Yeah, put me on the over for the. Damn, that's so high though, dog. Jesus Christ, I don't like 51.5. You know what I do like though?
What you like, man?
Crazy switch though.
Because I ain't got no play for this one. I'm off this one.
Man, I like this total. Man, you know what, dog?
But you don't even know Tua playing or not.
Right.
Bro.
That's why I said it's contingent upon Tua playing. Because I'm just looking at the numbers. I didn't really know Tua was banged up, but I thought he's been probable every game since the concussion shit, right?
Not like this. He's on my fantasy, so he's right now on my app. It got the Q right next to his name, so nah.
But he got listed on the injury report on a couple
places
I looked at.
Yeah, he is. He's probable, bro.
But he
went down. They actually, hey man, I woke up this morning. They actually was showing it on TV when he got. I remember the hit that happened.
His
Bosa.
ankle?
Bosa rolled up on his ankle. Yeah.
Stupid ass.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to get Bryce Young, because I don't like little quarterbacks, dog.
I hope Baker scores a touchdown.
I'm not a big Baker.
I hope he wins. I'm not either, but I just want to. It's the NFL. Just to prove point.
Hey, this gonna sound crazy though, but
this is entertainment.
Hey, it's gonna sound crazy though.
But hold on, real quick.
I'm talking about my pick. It's gonna sound crazy though.
Give me the Chargers money line.
Give me the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers money line.
Give me the Chargers money line.
Is that what you about to say?
I was gonna say 3.5, but fuck it, give me the Chargers on the money line. Nah, give me the 3.5. Hey, look, and hold on, because I'm gonna bet this hoe too. No bullshit. And give me the Chargers team total over 24.5 points.
Team total over what? What is
24,
it?
24.5. So.
24.5 points. All right. Like I said, I don't have a play for this. Sorry, folks. I'm off this one.
Go Chargers, go.
I'm off this one, man. My hands are off this one. But if I were to make a lean on this one, if Tua's playing, they should win. But it's prime time. Justin Herbert might get the touchdown at the last touchdown draw. We gonna see. We are going to see. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm the coach. That's Marley. That's Marley Bets. We are Brothas N Bets, and we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up on a Thursday night with the Monday Night Football game between the New England Patriots sitting at 6-6 on the year, 6-5-1 against the spread, and the Arizona Cardinals, who are 4-8, big letdown, 6-6 on the year against the spread. And this actually might be Kingsbury's last season with the Cardinals, man. But this is the Monday night game going down in the State Farm Stadium in Arizona. He's probably gonna go back to college. I mean, ain't no more. He gonna have to wait till next year.
He shouldn't have gotten the job. He wasn't even crazy. A winning coach at Eck, but okay, let's not go there. Don't get me wrong, though.
I mean, we can go there just Saturday. We can go there. We can go there. Actual facts for the Patriots.
Reggie Wayne on the staff, but you know why Reggie Wayne ain't get the job?
If you just want to hire
New England Patriots 6-3. Patriots 6-3 against the spread in the last 9 games. The others hit 4 out of the last 5 games. The Patriots are also 7-1 against the spread in the last 8 games against Arizona. 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games against Arizona. 3-6 straight up in the last 9 games when playing on the road. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing on the road against Arizona. Get to these extra factors for the Cardinals. The total's gone over 5 out of the last 6 games. They're 1-4 straight up in the last 5 games. The unders also hit 5 out of the last 7 when playing against New England. 1-11 straight up in the last 12 games at the crib. Terrible. 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing at the crib against New England. But 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 games when playing against the AFC conference opponent. But 3-7 straight up in the last 10 games when playing against the AFC East division opponent. Injury reports right now for New England. Jalen Mills, he is questionable at the cornerback position. Isaiah Wynn is questionable at the tackle position, as well as Kajusti. I know I said that wrong. Damian Harris, running back, he's questionable also. And Myers at the receiver position is questionable. Now, for Arizona Cardinals, Antonio Hamilton at cornerback, he is questionable. Byron Murphy at cornerback, he's questionable as well. Rondell Moore is questionable also. Last time we seen New England, they took on the Buffalo Bills for the time we've seen the Cardinals, they're on from the bye week. They lost against the Chargers 25-24. So with that being said, Monday Night Football, Bill Belichick going against Cliff Kingsbury. Marley, do you have a play for this one?
Yeah, money line me, please, and put it on the Pats. Because I don't trust the quarterback that talks shit about his coach in public during interviews, and then the ex-players that talk shit about the old quarterback. Too much shit going on in Arizona.
Too much internal shit going on, huh?
Too much internal shit. From the beginning, though. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if Kyler Murray is just too into goddamn video games, or does he study enough? Like, we're not supposed to know that kind of shit. You know, that's supposed to be some in-house kind of shit.
Or because he has a twitch.
So
that boy's twitching.
I'm saying we're not supposed to know that the team thinks he plays games too much versus being in his playbook. That's supposed to be some shit that they feel. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Patrick Peterson not supposed to be talking shit about Kyler Murray.
And he on the way on the team. And still playing.
Kyler
you know
Murray
what I'm saying?
Not supposed to be telling the media we fucked from a schematically standpoint.
Yeah.
You just selling out your coach. It's just too much shit going on over there right now. And on top of the fact that they don't even got nothing to play for. I mean, like, They're not going to catch San Fran in the division. I don't think, I guess technically they got a chance to catch Seattle, but for the last wild card spot, because I feel like Dallas is gonna get one wild card spot, and Seattle, in my opinion, is gonna get the other. San Fran gonna win that division, Philly gonna win that division. 2 wild card spots. Dallas definitely got one. So we're really talking about one wild card spot, and the NFC suck as a whole conference. So we're really talking about Seattle.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the shit. So I'm on the Pats. We saw Baby Goat, Mac Jones, complaining about them not letting him throw the ball downfield. I think they're going to do that this week, especially like you just listed earlier. Both cornerbacks for the Cardinals are banged up. So put me on the Pats. I'm going to go with the more competent team. At least if it's shit going on internally with the Patriots, we don't know about it.
Yeah.
So give me Bill Belichick over Cliff Kingsbury.
I got you. I'm going with Bill, Latavius, Edwards, Matthew, Belichick, the third, and them. It's -1.5. Like you said, the Arizona Cardinals as a team, it ain't as an organization, but just as a team, as an organization, because Cliff Kingsbury got hired just out of nowhere, just like what? But it's a lot going on. Like you said, the quarterback's twitch. The quarterback admitted he don't like to go out. He's fine at his home. The pandemic was nothing to him. DeAndre Hawkins, my boy, he's running thin. We've seen sound bites of him saying, "Bro, what you looking at, bro?" They like this team is all over the place. Is Kyler Murray a cancer?
They say he a weirdo.
I mean, he's young. He's part of that new generation of just.
He's an introvert, He
he's
one of those people. Look, he's one of those people that are like probably good and cold on computers, but they spend so much time on computers that they don't even know how to like be around people. They don't know how to socialize. They haven't we know how to be around people.
I mean, you can look at him and tell, bro. You can look at him and tell.
You have to go
and
get picked on and get called names and get cracked on. Like you have to go through that kind of shit, so you know how to handle certain shit in life, bro. Like you have to. You can't stay on the computer because then when you get around people, you're gonna be awkward. You're gonna be the awkward guy.
They did not call that boy a weirdo, bro.
They called it boy weirdo. I read something. They was just like, he a weirdo.
So right now, who it's out of him and Russell Wilson? Them mixed breed.
Not a weirdo. He just a corny.
No, he's just corny.
He's just corny, and he put on a show for the cameras. You know what I'm saying? But
Mr.
He not weird. They say that boy. I don't know what makes Kyler weird, but they say that boy weird. So,
say man, me and Marley, we both like the Patriots as an official play for this game, dog. Hey man, that shit's hilarious. Just to kind of do a quick review as we are at our hour mark. Marley likes Cleveland. Yeah, somebody said that. He ain't got no friends.
Niggas just got friends on the internet. I got friends at 32 Southwest.
Yeah, he got that shit.
Let me stop playing.
Marley likes Cleveland and Cincinnati over 46.5. He likes Cincinnati full game spread -5.5 as well. He likes the Ravens on the money line, the 49ers first half -2.5, the Seahawks -4, and the Chargers +3.5, and the team total over 25.5. He likes to end it on Monday Night Football with the Patriots on the money line.
They both.
As for myself, I like the Bengals first half money line, the Ravens money line, the Vikings money line, and the Patriots money line. As you all can tell, I am not playing any games with the NFL and their little spread antics, I'm gonna money line everything. Hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Jay said they both super lame.
Yeah.
I ain't seen Kyler Murray with a bad chick yet. I ain't seen him with a chick yet.
That boy is in the house playing the game. He ain't worried about no hoes.
He ordered Uber.
Yeah, that boy not coming out.
Uber Eats.
What do he play? Like Call of Duty? Is that what he be on? He
really be on Madden. I remember just catching him on that Madden.
Oh, Madden. Boy. Oh, yeah. This nigga here out of control. That's why I had to look.
He be on Madden playing as himself. On Dynasty mode. Or face a franchise, whatever it is now.
Like, nigga, you the real life dude.
Dynasty mode.
I'm gonna play just me. We go fantasy draft.
Yeah. He was playing as him. I caught him one time playing Twitch, and he was playing as himself. This is back when simulations was going on. This is when simulations, when niggas was gambling on simulations, bro.
Oh man, that was the worst. That was a terrible decision.
We bet on the computer game. I remember niggas. The dude who was doing it, they caught him cheating. I remember niggas used to be like, all right, he paused he edited this whole stream, y'all. He paused the game. And bro, that shit was so janky. But the thing that really pissed me off during that time was when I end up seeing the Russians play. The Russians were playing like NBA 2K. And these niggas would literally throw the game blatantly. Like, you'd be betting on one dude who was just cold, killing it, blowing people out. Then all of a sudden, he just doing crazy shit. And I remember, bro, I was so hot. I was like, dog, this nigga is legitimately throwing this game in front of our faces. And then that's when I'm like, you know what? I see what's going on. I remember trying to call customer service. Like, man, the game rigged. I need to give you my money back. They like, no, sir.
No, sir.
Anywho, man. No, sorry, sir, it's not going on. Nobody told you to bet on Russian players playing NBA 2K, sir. Control your habit. Nobody told you to do that, sir. We just put it up there, sir. We didn't think people were really gonna gamble on it.
We didn't really think we was for the better.
But it was hella niggas gambling on that shit because we was all in, nigga, you was in the Twitch feeds too. We was all in that.
I did a couple Madden simulations. It didn't take me long though, because it was a couple glitches. It was a couple of glitches, like I don't know. It might have been like a field goal.
My God, when them niggas will be not even a field goal. When the quarterback will just be sitting in the pocket, just sitting there, just you like that, and the lineman blocking their ass off, and then all of a sudden he just tries to run and he gets sacked. And I mean, that shit was so fucking janky, dog. Oh man, what a weird 2020 was just so crazy. The Earth might have ended that year, and we don't even know it because right like at New Year's and people, that shit was crazy. Now. Anywho, man, I got papers to grade. Marley, you got anything before we get out of here, man?
No, sir, not at all. Let's do it.
I ain't got papers to grade, but I got grades. I got comments and shit to do for my kids at school. So, but man, we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. We are Brothas N Bets, getting ready to you can catch us daily. Catch me daily, post-college basketball picks. Bowl games coming up. This is a great time of the year. College basketball's full swing. NBA is going down. Marley, be on the lookout for Marley doing the NBA show.
Yeah.
We got special guests a couple of weeks that are going to come bless the podcast with their handicapping skills. So, man, we just appreciate everybody tuning in, getting ready for this new year and these holidays. Marley, if you would end us on the prayer, we can go ahead and watch Baker Mayfield. Oh, Devontae Adams. Did they count that pass? Yes, sir, they did. Go ahead, my boy.
Watch Baker pull one out on us.
Nah, it's a wrap.
All right, people, may the odds ever be in your favor. And tried to catch him before the show.
Ooh, Jalen Ramsey, too.
That is the coach. I am Marley Bets, and this is Brothas N Bets. And
1, 2.
yesterday, and like today,
Wow.
and like tomorrow, y'all already know what it is, man. Let's beat Vegas. We out this motherfucker.
Man, Devontae Adams just mixed Ramsey.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays.